Some of you must be thinking, hey Chewy, wasn't your last video about interior and electrics, so didn't you already fix all those problems? And to that I say,
yes, but actually no.
okay, so I wanted to drive away today, but the battery for the Sunny died once again. So I'm trying out this battery. This battery is from the Twingo, because the Twingo has the battery from a Citroën BX, and they are the same, so we're putting it here. This battery is considerably smaller than that battery though. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely nothing. Seems like it was a very bad idea. So we're never doing that again.
So that was a fucking lie.
We also swapped this for the Twingo battery, and it works better. It seems that the battery that was in there was just too old. In this panel, we now have speakers built into the sides. There was of course always the speaker in like the hole that was in here, but that speaker didn't work, and the hole was ugly, and you know everything. We also installed a Bluetooth radio. These labels still worked, but it required cutting new holes here. And you USB, you can use an aux input, or you can use an SD card, and of course the Bluetooth functionality. So I just reinstalled the battery so I can show you the operation of the radio, and you just press that button there. It says hello radio, and then you got to tune it. Keep that volume down a bit. I want to get copyright strikes. I haven't gotten all these memories working yet. Well, I haven't set any memories, so I can't really go to anything. But also, it's not helping. I keep unplugging the battery, which I believe that there are electronic memory, so then that wouldn't work at all. And also, the clock keeps saying that it's 12. It's 12:01, boys. It's always 12 because the battery is always unplugged. That's not good. Okay, it sort of worked, except I managed to break off one of these knobs. You have no idea how much work it was to get these knobs and everything to work, because this extra thickness of like, I don't know, maybe 2 millimeters or so, just fucks so amazingly much with like everything, because these wouldn't press in anymore. Oh wow, look at how I'm changing the settings. Anyway. So yeah, I got some epoxy glue. First I did it with rubber sealant, but apparently that's not strong enough, so we redid this one with epoxy glue, and hopefully it will now maintain stickiness. Well guys, I thought it's time to fix these rear lights so that you no longer have to switch this to turn those on, although the battery is charging for a moment there. When I open up this panel, and once again we have water, we have a tiny swimming pool for the gnomes, and I don't know why, and I guess it might be that there's a hole somewhere, but like the rust in this window wouldn't seem to be the issue that would allow water to go through, which means it has to get somewhere underneath this panel here or something. But like, where is it coming from? It's coming from like this tiny ass little hole at the top. I don't know, but we have water. You know, when you're ever out of drinking water, the Sunny will provide. It's a perfect survivor's car. We're just gonna close that up and ignore it. The Saab is here. Whoa! And yeah, we're fixing these lights. Turns out not to be very difficult. You have this wire that's supposed to touch that little wire back there, and that little soldered wire there, and then everything works. Now, after destroying like all this trim and all the trim here, and removing the seat belt and destroying more trim, hopefully the wire can finally be led all the way up to the front. So Vincent and I ran all this, destroyed all this trim, but then we found out we can just run it along the roof here. Super helpful. And then we found out that the wire was too short, so we have a new wire that is clown colored, and now we should just plug it in and it will be perfectly fine. We're just gonna split this red wire into 2 wires and it will be all good.
Chewy the Wookiee, the YouTuber, the mysterious YouTuber, is trying to rewire his rear tail lights, and we first tried to run the wire down to here, but it didn't work because like you need to take out like the whole trim, and we discovered that the seat belt was like it was very loose. Or if Chewie the Wookiee would have crashed, then well he would have he would be dead anyway. So actually there's not much different in that. So we are now running the wire via the roof, and then our tail lights will work normally again like original.
This is the plug that was attached, but I lost one of the screws, and it's all Vincent's fault.
No, bruh.
It was his present.
No.
Bad karma for my car.
No,
Fucking
it's
saw.
Bobby.
It's somewhere here on the floor, but I'm not gonna find it ever. So, big oof. Vincent, are you ready? I'm gonna see if this turns on.
No, only the right side.
Goddamn, that means one of the wires is broken. I guess the front also doesn't. Okay, so that means there is a connection, but the connection. So we got half a connection.
Yes, only that light doesn't work.
Only this one doesn't work, and that makes sense because we connected it just before this one.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay, so I have to connect this wire on the other side? Probably?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, well, it's fun, yay. But the lights work.
Yeah, the lights work, the tail lights work, and the front daytime running lights or, I don't know, parkeerlichten, parking lights work too. Woohoo!
Yay.
That's low beam. High beam also works. Yeah, nice.
Just found this little green light, which I believe lights up this display over here, assuming that there's a light-shaped hole on the back of this. It probably just slots right in there. But I know that it probably does not turn on because I have never seen anything greenish coming from this area. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly test it, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna fix it. It would have been fun if it was just the bulb over there that was wrong, but that's not the case. This is not receiving any power whatsoever, so we're gonna have to reroute a wire. Okay, so what we want to do now is take this old wire, which I stole from the DIY wire thing, and include it with the rest of the bunch over there, and then I'll lead it through the back here and just replace any one of these wires. I checked the bulb, it is identical on both sides, so I think it will be fine whichever way we plug it in, so it doesn't really matter which wire we swap. I just realized that what I was saying earlier is utter bullshit, because one of these had to be the old positive wire, and that one is probably broken, so that would give no charge whatsoever because it wouldn't be a closed circuit. So I gambled that it was the red one, and I guess we're going to have to discover. Okay, so both wires are acting as a positive wire, or well, no, as a negative wire. Here you can see this green one we tested from in here, and then the remains of that red one, I just pushed my little measuring tool in there, and then I linked it up here to where I just attached my fancy gold colored wire, and they both give in 12 volts, so I don't know what to do. And I'm just gonna gamble on if I attach it here, my light will light up, and hope that everything is fine. Yay, light! And it also appears to be light over there, and it appears that these two are in series. God damn, it lights up. The cigar lighter, which is cool, but that does make this very dim. So yeah, interesting. But at least it gives some light, you know. Might also be that the bulb is a bit burnt out, but I don't have a spare bulb, so we're just gonna leave it be. It's a lot of effort. I managed to put the bulb in there, and you can see that it's working because this is lighting up. But to check again when it's dark, but it does not seem to be doing anything at all. It's like right behind here, but the bulb is just not bright enough for all of this to actually light this stuff up. So that's kind of sad. But I don't have a spare bulb, which kind of sucks. Due to the past owner's rewiring, we have this extra wire going to the rear brake light, which means this brake light can't just pop out like that brake light over there, which means we're gonna have to cut through it over there, which is so much fun and is gonna like be a reverse surprise tool that will help us later. We reinstalled this mist lamp plug, and we reinstalled the mist lamps themselves, but they don't work at the moment. The fog lamps, they're just broken. Well guys, as you know, this belt is covered in the little doodles and stuff, so it really needs to be cleaned off because it just looks really messed up. I mean, if you get into a car and you see these doodles, you're subconsciously gonna go like, yeah. So I'm gonna try and clean it, hopefully it works out, but you know, it's the Sunny, so probably not. Also, by leaving it in some turpentine for like a really long time, basically all the drawings are gone. You can still see a little bit of smudges, but you know, it's so much better than it was before. We also removed the front chairs and then used laundry detergent to properly clean those carpets so that they no longer transmit corona to anybody who steps into the car. So while the Sunny was out in the sun, the headliner started sagging again. The glue just let go because the roof got so warm. It's just a metal sheet. So now I have special heat resistant high temperature glue, which is specifically made for the upholstery of cars. It costs more than my, what is it, €1 or like €4 can of Hema glue. But hey, hopefully it will also be better. Anyway, so that worked pretty well, and we also wanted to carpet the rear with some old house carpet I had lying around, but it was actually not quite enough, so we just carpeted the back of the chairs, and it actually turns out pretty good if I say so myself. Well guys, that was it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I promise next time we won't be doing interior and electrics anymore. We'll be moving on to body work, which means a lot of rust removal and a lot of sanding.